What that means is that because the risk affect the economy, affect the political situation in that country, it will affect the bank that is giving you undertaking. There are other situations where you as an individual or your bank, if it's financing, might say, you see that bank that is giving you undertaking the letter of credit, we're not comfortable with that bank. The rating of that bank is very low. My name is Dele Ayemibo, and I'm your expert doctor. Thank you for stopping by today. This is DBA TV, and all we discuss on this channel is international trade information and trade education in general. Today, I'll continue on the video I started recently talking about how to mitigate payment risk. One of the major challenges that many people have when they are coming into international trade in general, both import, export, particularly export, is the challenge of what if I don't get paid after shipment? In the last video, I spoke about letter of credit as a trade finance instrument and also as a means of mitigating payment risk. In this video, I'll be talking about a variant of letter of credit called confirmed letter of credit. Confirmed letter of credit. Let me remind you of what a letter of credit is. It's an undertaking. Undertaking of the buyer's bank given to the seller, which give assurance of payment when shipment is made and documents are presented that conform to the terms and conditions of letter of credit. Undertaking of the buyer's bank given to the seller, which give assurance of payment when shipment is made and documents are presented that conforms to the terms and conditions of letter of credit. Now, it's an undertaking, right? Because it is an undertaking, it guarantees payment. However, the bank that is guaranteeing payment operates from a location, operates from a jurisdiction, operates from an environment. Because it operates from a location, a jurisdiction, an environment, that environment is prone to risk. For example, shipping to Ukraine right now, or shipping to Sudan right now, or shipping to Venezuela right now, shipping to countries that either have a political risk or economic risk. Political risk or economic risk, or any kind of sovereign risk. A risk that affects that country. What that means is that because the risk affects the economy, affect the political situation in that country, it will affect the bank that is giving you undertaking. There are other situations where you as an individual or your bank, if it's financing, might say, you see that bank that is giving you undertaking the letter of credit, we're not comfortable with that bank. The rating of that bank is very low. We are not okay with the risk of relying on that bank to give you undertaking to pay. Now, whenever you have a risk of a bank in a country, and you can't find another bank in that country, or a risk of the economy and political situation in a country, then you will need another bank in another country to give additional undertaking. Now, so as an exporter, you should be conversant with the news in the export destination. I remember doing a training for a bank some times ago, and this bank was talking about a transaction they financed of an exporter who was shipping goods to Greece at the height of Greece crisis. And they were using a payment method that is not protected. And they shouldn't be using that payment method at that time, which was built for collection, I'll talk about later on. But the idea is this. They used that payment method and they did not protect themselves and they now had issue with the payment. And the bank also was not monitoring. It was a line they give this customer. The customer used it for export. It wasn't being monitored and the customer found himself in that situation. And of course, it affected the bank payment. Now, where I'm going is this. You have a situation whereby a country is having political and economic issue. Whenever that happens, as an exporter, you should be conversant with the news In the export market, what is going on in the export market? You now need another bank in another country to give additional undertaking. So that means the external bank will still give you undertaking, but it will send that undertaking to another bank in another country. So I'm shipping to Venezuela, but the Venezuelan bank issue an LC to me as an exporter, but they send the LC first to Citibank in New York. Citibank in New York then send that LC to me through my bank. And Citibank add a confirmation to the letter of credit. Please note, some people mistake confirmation like when my bank prints it out and stamp and sign and say, yes, we have confirmed that we receive LC from you. That's not confirmation, please. That's not confirmation. That's not confirmation. That is not confirmation. That your bank confirmed to you that they receive it, that's not confirmed LC. That is an LC, that's unconfirmed. The bank is just advising you. What the bank has done is not confirming. The bank advises you, we have received the letter of credit on your behalf. That's all that your bank has done. We received letter of credit on your behalf. That's what your bank has done. That act of writing you as an exporter, informing you about this bank, that act of writing you as an exporter, informing you about this transaction, about the receipt of this LC, is not in itself confirmation. It's not in itself confirmation. It is only advising. Please note that. I've had a lot of exporters think the fact that the bank is the one that informed me, the bank confirmed it. That's not confirmation. Confirmation involves another bank, otherwise called the confirming bank, in another country, giving additional undertaking plus the undertaking of the importer's bank. In the case I painted to you, the bank, the Venezuela bank, have an undertaking to pay me. The Citibank in New York also have an undertaking to pay me. That means I can send my document to either of them and they will be obligated to pay. But the idea of having another bank in another country is to ensure that since I'm not comfortable with the situation in Venezuela or in Ukraine or in Sudan or in any country that have political economy risk, even Nigeria right now is experiencing this because we have forest crisis. Since I'm having issue with payment from that country, I get another bank in another country to give additional undertaking. So I would tell my buyer, give me a confirmed letter of credit. Give me a confirmed letter of credit. And he will give me a letter of credit with a confirmation from another bank. So I have two banks giving me assurance of payment. What that does for me is it gives me more comfort to go ahead and do the shipment because I now have another bank in a stable environment, politically and economically, who has given undertaking to pay me. That way, I can mitigate the risk of not getting paid on a trade transaction. I can mitigate the risk of not getting paid on a trade transaction because of a political or economic issue in the export destination. Meaning, if you're an exporter, you should watch Sky News, Al Jazeera, CNN, BBC, different news channel that is giving you information on international news to let you know what exactly is happening in the country I'm shipping to. Are they okay? Am I comfortable with the risk of that country? You can also check with Standard & Poor's, another rating agency, what is the rating of this country and even the bank. And that will help you to take an informed decision and protect yourself. So the idea is, I can see ship to a trouble zone. I can see ship to a country with political issue, economic issue. People are shipping to Nigeria right now, even though we have forest crisis. In spite of those challenges and crises, you can see ship to those countries because by the time you ship to those countries, you are able to mitigate by the time you ship to those countries and use confirmed letter of credit, you are able to mitigate the risk of not getting paid in that country. If this video has been of immense benefit to you, give it a thumbs up. If you have learned one thing today about confirmed letter of credit, please share with your friends who might be interested in this. It's also important for me to ask you to drop your comment and question. I know people always have a lot of questions on letter of credit. I'll be glad to answer. If I need to do a video on it, I'll do a video on it and send it to you. And put it on the channel rather. So you can always, so if you are new to the channel, that means you have to subscribe. And if you want to know when I post such video, click on the notification bell. I believe this video has been of immense benefit to you. Please know that confirmed letter of credit is not needed whenever you don't have issue in the country and you're comfortable with the risk and economy and policy of that country, including the bank risk. You don't need to. So don't be asking for confirmed letter of credit all the time. You should only ask for it when there are risks in the country or risk with the bank in question. My name is Ridila Yimibo, and I'm your expert doctor, and I'm signing out.